Check it out. We're in this series called Summertime right here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Super excited to have you here with me this morning on CMA Day. That's right, CMA Day. You guys are like, what is CMA Day? CMA is Carter Myers Automotive, the company that is moving lives forward all over Virginia, man. Dude, I love the auto industry. If you're interested in any way, shape, or form, or ever being in the auto industry, you got to let me know. I work with some incredible dealers all across the country, including this incredible group, Carter Myers Automotive. And today is CMA Day, so super excited to see them today. So just wanted to let you know those opportunities are there, especially those of you in the service industry, maybe not wanting to go back to work. You're tired of like doing that thing, doing that grind, going home smelling like salsa. The car business is for you. Anyways, we're in this series called Summertime. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You see, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? I got to adjust my little Instagram camera here. It's a little bit off. Hey, today is Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. That's right. It's Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And yes, I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Hey, it is CMA Day, Carter Myers Automotive. I love this stinking group right here. If you are looking for work and you are driven and you're ready to move your life forward, reach out, let me know, man. Carter Myers Automotive. I get to work with them every Wednesday, so super excited. That's why we label Wednesdays CMA Day. Where's my other phone? There it is. Oh, interesting. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to figure that part out. So it's also summertime all across America, in case you didn't know. It is summertime across the country, and my goodness, this summer, I don't know if you paid attention or not. I'm not sure if you watch the news or live on this planet. But man, dude, this summer has been doing what they call coming in
but I do
hot.
a lot. I'ma make a toast cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
Yes, it has been coming in hot all across America, dude. Over in Portland, Oregon had an average of 112 degrees last week. You hear me? 112 degrees last week, which is way above their normal. Also over in, I can't even say the word, Quilla, UT, Washington, hit 110 degrees last week. Now, you have to understand something. 110 degrees in Chillicothe, or however you say it, Washington, is 45 degrees above average. 45 degrees above their average. Dude, it's normally like 65 degrees this time of year or something up there, right? 110. Crazy. Also over in British Columbia, British Columbia averaged 116 degrees last week up there in British Columbia, which is just absolutely crazy, right? So these temperatures are getting up there, man. They're getting up there. So what about you? Where you're at? What's the temperatures like where you're at? Go ahead and drop it in the comments so I can see that. What's the temps like where you're at? And my real question for you this morning is like, are you a fan of the heat or are you a foe? Right? Are you a fan or a foe? Some folks are into the heat. They dig it. They love it. Then you got other people that are more like cold-blooded. They'd rather be a little bit cold. They'd rather be cool. I don't know about you. Me personally, I am a tropical human. I am not interested in being cold in any way, shape, or form. I don't like it. It is not my jam. It is not, and I'm not interested in being cold at all. So go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know whether you're a hot person or a cold person. I'll check those out here in a minute once I can find my access to Facebook. But I see some of you answering on Instagram, which I appreciate. So check it out, man. Now, one of the reasons, what's interesting is a lot of people think that the reason it's so hot is global warming, right? And that is definitely playing into the overall thing. But what's really interesting is they are saying that the biggest reason for this heat push is ultimately because of La Nina. So La Nina is this really unique, interesting situation where colder than normal water temperatures in the ocean combined with enhanced easterly trade winds have caused this huge shift, literally this huge shift globally, this huge shift in the ocean, and it's created ultimately this underwater storm. Okay? I want you to imagine a storm underwater in the ocean where cold water and enhanced trade winds, they basically created this whole thing, this whole connective loop that created an underwater storm, right? Crazy. And so the effects of this have affected temperatures worldwide. That's crazy, right? Like, that doesn't even sound for real. Like, for real, for real? Like an underwater storm, Glenn? Are you cray-cray? Like, the world, are you one of those flat earthers, right? Like, y'all, but that's what they're saying. I'm just studying the facts, folks. Don't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? But what I find really fascinating about the whole thing is ultimately it's cold water that is causing hot temperatures. To me, that's fascinating. An underground storm is making an above ground impact. That's fascinating, right? You guys with me here? Cold water causing massive heat. Underground storms causing above ground impact. You see, ultimately, everything is impacting everything. It's a ripple effect. Also known as, some of you might know it as, a butterfly effect. The butterfly effect, I'm sure you've heard that before. If you haven't, I'll express that to you really quick here. But the butterfly effect was a theory that was written by mathematician and meteorologist Edward Lorenz. And Edward Lorenz, his theory is that the exact details of a tornado, like the time that it'll be formed and ultimately the path that that tornado takes, can be influenced by the flap of a butterfly's wing. Interesting, right? Weeks earlier. So the butterfly flaps his wings somewhere around the globe. Weeks later, that flap ultimately determines the path and the time of a tornado or a hurricane. That's the butterfly effect. Interesting, right? You see, one slight little variation over time can ultimately make a dramatic impact. That's what the butterfly effect ultimately means. One small variation over time can create a dramatic effect. You see, we were able to see this again in something called a double pendulum. If you've ever seen like a regular pendulum, just kind of swings back and forth, they have something called a double pendulum. And these scientists, they went and they took these double pendulums and they made slight little tiny variations to them, right? So one would start at one time and the other one would start just a millisecond of a millisecond different. Or would have a slight little breeze on it, right? They would take a fan and put a slight little variation of air on these pendulums, this double pendulum. So they would start at the same time, but they would add little different variations or maybe start them just a hair different. And what was very interesting is that for a long period of time, it looked like there was no difference in the pendulums. You could not see that small variation. But over time, that one that had a slight breeze put on it, or that one that had started just a millisecond of a millisecond different, over time, you started to see a difference. And then ultimately, it went from an unnoticeable difference to a drastic difference. From unnoticeable to drastic, from underground to above ground, from cold to heat. And what's interesting is I noticed this to be true in you as well. Like one slight deviation in your world, in your universe, in your life, one slight deviation can ultimately create dramatic results, dramatically different results in your life over time. And so that's what we're going to dive into today. And I'm super excited to do so. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do. We got to dance, folks. Let's go. Come on. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So let's get this body in motion, all right? Let's get the blood flowing. Let's get the heart pumping. And for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, just say what's up and I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right. If you're on Clubhouse, go ahead and hit the plus button. I would appreciate it. Invite some people into the room. It would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. This is also for those of you on Instagram. y'all can't hear the music over on Instagram, so y'all just think we're crazy. But we can hear it over on Facebook and Clubhouse. So I want to say good morning to Mary Lynn Wilkin. How you doing, Kim Fair? What's up, Vicky Everett? How you doing, Rebecca Elizabeth and Melvin Rodriguez? I see Brad Smith and Tom Popelka. Great to see you. What's up, Michael Huey? God is good, brother. God is good. I see Alloy Artist is in the house. I see April Johnson is with me over on Instagram. I see Lorenz Spivey is over there. Great to see you. What's up, Angie Ruffer? I also see Michael Guthrie is with us over on Facebook. I'm having to do Facebook a little bit different today, so bear with me. What's up, Sean Woodward? I see Billy Sherm is in the house. Lane Simmons is in the house. Cheryl Alexander. Bruce Pulver is up in here. Lydia Best, great to see you. Rick Shavesty, great to see you as well. Patricia Mays, love it. Love seeing all of my folks over there on Facebook. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Where is that sound coming from? There we go. Got to kill that. Beautiful. Now over here on Clubhouse, who do I see over on Clubhouse? I got all kinds of peeps up in here. You guys can hear the music over there too, right? Yeah, beautiful. I see. Sorry about that. I see Bill, my man Bill Hauser is in the building. I love me some Bill. I see Court Element. I see Olivia and Danny. I see Elliot. I see Danielle and Scott and Sheila and Winifred. I see Rob and Martin and Treva. I see Ginger and Regina. I see Samantha and Farah. I see Nicole, Alejandro, and Tracy. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Christy and Jonathan. I see Kim Garner in the house with CM. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, check it out. Thank you for being here with me today and virtually. I really appreciate it. I would love for you to join me in New York City physically, in real life, IRL. All right? So if you would like to join me in New York City, we're going to be there July 29th and 30th with the Listening and Beyond Summit. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We're also going to have a big old party over at my friend Amelia Antonetti's house. So if you want to come party with me, if you want to come hang out with me and tons of other folks, then come join us in New York City, July 29th and 30th. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Just DM me the word summit, and I can give you details and a coupon code. Coupon. I just said coupon. Details and a coupon code about that. I also wanted to let everybody know I did feel compelled recently to do something a little bit unique, something that I normally don't do, but I believe that there are 14 humans out there, 14 humans that could use some one-on-one coaching, people that really resonate with me, that match my vibe, that match my frequency, and are really trying to get to that next level in their lives. And so I am working with 14 people. I have 14 slots, I should say. 4 of those slots have been filled, but it's one-on-one direct coaching, not group coaching, one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in that, just DM me the word coaching on Instagram, hit me up, and I'll give you some more information on that. And maybe you and I could work together here in 2021. I would love it. All right, let's dive in. So I met this guy a while back, man, a few years ago, this guy named Tom Benson. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of Tom Benson or not, but you may have heard, you might not have heard of him, but you probably heard of the New Orleans Saints. That's my guess. You probably heard of the New Orleans Saints. And Tom Benson was the owner of the New Orleans Saints. Now, regretfully, he did pass away in 2018. He passed away at, 91 years old, right? At 91 years old, he passed away. But as the owner of the New Orleans Saints and also the Pelicans, he made a massive, massive impact on the city of New Orleans, the state of Louisiana, and the game of football, right? He also made a massive impact in many other ways. See, a lot of people don't know this, but Mr. Benson started off as a Chevy dealer. He started off he bought his first Chevy dealership in 1962, and he bought that dealership in San Antonio, Texas. Now, ultimately, over time, he was able to take the Chevy brand and become the #1 Chevy dealer in all of Texas. And he decided to move over into New Orleans and started opening dealerships over in New Orleans. Now, I got a chance to sit and talk with Mr. Benson at his house in Paris, Kentucky, actually. I got a chance to sit and talk with him at his house. And it's an interesting story. He told me that he was in the car business and he had a lot of friends that would try to come buy cars, but they didn't have credit. The banks wouldn't give them loans because they didn't have any collateral or whatnot. And he thought that was really crappy. So he decided that he was going to open his own bank so that he could loan money to his own friends so that he could sell them cars. And he did. He made a decision to open his own bank, right? Now, by opening his own bank, and of course through his endeavors with his dealerships, he ultimately got put in a position where he was very known within the community. He was very well known in the community of New Orleans, Louisiana, all the way across. And when Hurricane Katrina hit and knocked out the Mercedes Superdome, they were talking about moving the franchise. They were going to move the New Orleans franchise somewhere else. They were going to move it out of Louisiana. And Mr. Benson was like, no, you can't do that, man. You can't take away the heartbeat of New Orleans. Like, their Saints are their jam. It's the only thing they have left to hold on to as far as hope, right? For a lot of the people there. It's part of their culture. And so he went ahead and bought the New Orleans Saints, made a deal with the city to buy the New Orleans Saints so that ultimately he could keep the Saints in New Orleans, rebuild the Mercedes Dome, and ultimately continue to make an impact and to win freaking Super Bowls and to curate guys like Drew Brees and so on and so forth for that particular community. Amazing, right? His decision, it all started with one decision. He made one decision to open a Chevy store in 1962. That's where it all just started. It all just started with that very first decision. Fast forward 60 years later, and that one decision that he made has made this ripple effect, this butterfly effect, this massive impact over time on that community, right? So it's crazy. So that's what I was thinking about this morning, and I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about, how do you make life-changing decisions? How do you make a life-changing decision today that ultimately is small now and it's unnoticeable, but ultimately will add up just like it does on the double pendulum to creating a massive impact in your life? And so I'm going to give you 6 ways, and I'm going to give them to you fast. We're going to stay on time today. I'm going to give you 6 ways that you can make life-changing decisions today that are going to impact you down the road in powerful and positive ways. Fair enough? Fair enough. Number 1, hope you're taking notes, and I hope you're ready to move quick. I got 7 minutes to give you 6 ways. Are you ready? So the very first thing that's important for you to be able to make a decision today that's going to make a positive impact on your life down the road is, the very first thing is, you have to realize the power and the ripple effect of every decision that you make. Like, it has to be a conscious thought. Like, I want you to think about this. Say, for example, you'd like to wake up a little bit earlier. You're like, man, I wish I was an early riser. I could use an extra hour in my day. Well, a lot of people will try to adjust the clock an hour, and they'll struggle with that. Right? Moving an hour is a big deal. However, if you were to just move your clock back 1 minute, move your alarm clock back 1 minute every day for the next 60 days, 60 days from now, 2 months from now, you'd be waking up an hour earlier. And what could that extra hour, what could you do with that? What could you do at that time in your life? Maybe you could spend more time in prayer. Maybe you spend more time in reflection. Maybe you spend more time working on your body or on your health, right? So just adjusting 1 minute each day puts you an hour earlier 2 months from now. So you have to realize that. You have to make conscious decisions. You have to consciously go, okay, when I'm about to make this decision to pull out my phone to send a text message, there's a good chance that I'm going to see a notification. There's a good chance that that notification is going to lead me to social media. There's a good chance on social media I'm going to see a video. There's a good chance that when I see that video, ultimately, it's going to distract me. It's going to take time away, right? Every single decision you make has long-term, potentially positive consequences. So just knowing that, recognizing that, and being mindful of that can help you make a better decision. Number 2 is, you got to go with your gut. Your first instinct is right when making a decision, all right? Your first instinct is right when making a decision. I am mind blown by this statistic, and I'm going to share it with you, all right? Marius Usher of Tel Aviv University's School of Psychological Science and his fellow researchers found that intuition was a surprisingly powerful and accurate tool. When forced to choose between two options based on instinct alone, the participant made the right call. Wait for it. The participant made the right call 90% of the time. 90% when forced, intuitively, they made the right decision. Dude, you got to go with your gut. You have to trust your gut. I know you were told when you were young that there are five senses: sight, sounds, I don't even know. I don't pay attention to some of those things that I was taught when I was younger. But in reality, there are far more senses than just feeling and hearing and all of those things that I can't say right now for some reason. There are far more, right? There are intuitive things that you're picking up on: energies, vibrations, frequencies, all of these things. So usually your gut, your initial instinct is right 90% of the time. You get a gut feeling about a person, you're usually right. You get a gut feeling about an opportunity, you're usually right. You get a gut feeling about a job or an idea, dude, you're usually right. So you've got to go with your gut. Number 3, you need to carry your decision out now. Don't wait. Take action today. Listen, small moves add up. You will figure it out. Like, don't let fear, procrastination, don't let any of those things get in the way. If you have an idea, you have a thought, just move on it. Dude, take action right now. I'm serious. It'll be fleeting. You're like, you know what? As Glenn's talking, I'm thinking, I really need to blank, 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 blank. Okay, great. Take action on it right now. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate. Listen, Pablo Picasso said this. Pablo Picasso says, action is the foundational key to all success. If you do not take action right now, today, nothing will change for you. A year from now, you'll be in the same place. 5 years from now, you'll be in the same place. A decade from now, you'll be in the same place. And you'll be looking back going, I wish I would have took action on that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago. And here, I'm here to tell you, the best time to do anything was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. Take action. Number 4, you want to make better decisions that are going to positively transform your life down the road. Once you make a decision, tell other people about it. When you release that decision out into the universe, now you have to hold yourself accountable to it. Accountability is a powerful tool. I made a decision that episode 1000 of #RiseAndGrind, we're going to do that live here in Lexington, Kentucky. I made a decision that we're going to build an event around it, and it's going to be November 4th, 5th, and 6th right here in Lexington. There's going to be 1,000 people in a room, and it's going to be unlike anything anybody's ever experienced in the event world. I made that decision, and I announced it. And now I am taking action steps daily to bring that to reality, to make that happen. I don't have a venue. I don't have a landing page. I can't sell you a ticket, but I'm telling you that event's going down. Take action and announce what you're going to do. Now, don't expect agreement. Don't expect people to get into your camp, but announce it. Tell others. It holds you accountable. Number 5, you need to learn from your past. What threw you off last time you made that decision to lose weight? What threw you off last time when you said, I'm going to go work out every single day, and then you stopped? What threw you off last time when you said, I'm going to save some money, I'm going to save 10, invest 10, and give 10? What got in the way? What happened in the past when you set a goal and you didn't achieve it? Dude, you got to learn from your history. Those are the triggers. Those are the things that you can avoid. You can avoid those stumbling blocks going forward. If you can do an audit of why you failed in the past, you know what to avoid going forward in the future. So if you want to make great decisions that are going to ultimately positively impact your life, look back and figure out where you've screwed up before, and then let's move and learn from there. Number 6 is I need you to be flexible. Now, I know this sounds a little counterintuitive. I'm like, dive in, right? Go all in. You can do this. You can make these changes. No, you've got to be a little flexible. Listen, the result is what matters most, right? It's ultimately about getting the result. Now, sometimes we're so busy, stuck in the plan, that we lose grace for ourselves, right? We mess up, we make a mistake, we eat that piece of chocolate when we know that we shouldn't have, we don't read those extra 10 pages when we knew we were supposed to, and we beat ourselves up, and then we stop moving in the direction that we want to move. Give yourself some grace. Just get on the right path. Like, how you get there does not matter. It's ultimately about the result. So let's just say, start today. Like, say you want to lose some weight. Well, let's have one less piece of candy today. One less soda today. One less sugary thing. You don't have to freaking eradicate the whole thing from your diet. I'm not going to do any sugar. I'm going to eat all green. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to do the fitness. I'm going to do the yoga. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do it right now. It's going to be perfect. Dude, you're going to fail. Just eat one less piece. Get up 1 minute earlier tomorrow. And continue to stack that over time. Make 5 extra phone calls today than you normally would for clients. Like, start small, dude. Start small. You will be amazed. Before you know it, like if you start small and stay consistent, before you know it, you will be coming in hot. For real. You'll be coming in hot. Every single fire starts with a spark. It starts with one flame. So listen, when I opened the hashtag Rise and Grind planner this morning, there was a quote from my man Will Ramsey, and the quote said this: "Luck is when preparation meets opportunity." Start preparing now. There are opportunities that God has planned for you. You see, you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you to be the absolute best version of yourself you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a below average version, not even a little bit above average, but ultimately the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. So now's the time. Practice small disciplines over time. It'll make a pendulum effect that'll cause drastic results, not just in your life, but in the lives of your friends, your family members, your coworkers, everyone that you come in contact with. Fair enough? Fair enough. Listen, give yourself some grace. Learn from your past. Tell others. Announce it into the universe that you can hold yourself accountable. Carry your decisions out now. Take action today. Stick with your gut. It's usually right. And ultimately realize the power that every decision you make has to ultimately transform your future. Listen, I love you. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glenlundy.com. That's right. You can go to glenlundy.com. We got tons of them up there. If you want to go hang out over on Clubhouse, we're going to hang out over there on Clubhouse, and we'll be talking about these and many more things today. You're welcome to join us over there. But ultimately, make sure you come back here again.
Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. Got the steamer, I bring the fire, but you never seen her. We left, yeah, now we back together.